Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another Extravagant Few Minutes live here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube and, of course, on our Facebook page, which is the Captain Lou Extravaganza. And you can watch us on X at The Real Captain Lou. Every episode is there as well. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, though, to get all of our great programming live and archived, including these Extravagant Few Minutes episodes, the Extravaganza with yours truly and my tag team partner, Mitch Bernstein, and the ACHA Power Play back for Season 10. Episode 2 will be coming up this Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, so don't forget to check that out as well. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's a happy Sunday for the Tigers fans as they clinched a playoff spot with a win yesterday in Beantown over the Red Sox 2-1. Great relief pitching by the Tigers, including Will Vest in the ninth inning, getting the save for the Tigers to hang on to that 2-1 win. Jamani Jones with the 2 RBI double to get the Tigers ahead 2-1. Javi Baez with that diving save with runners on the corners to help preserve the win. So the Tigers are in the playoffs. But now the playoff scenarios look like this for the Tigers. If they win today and Cleveland loses, Detroit wins the American League Central and they will host the wild card round against the Cleveland Guardians. Should the Tigers win and Cleveland wins, then Detroit will go to either New York or Toronto, whoever loses the American League East. It's that simple. The Tigers win and the Guardians win. Cleveland's got the tie break, so they would host Detroit. Or I beg your pardon. Yes, they would host the Detroit, or they would host, let's see how, if Detroit wins and the Guardians win, Cleveland would host Boston. So that's that simple. So if Detroit loses, they're going to Cleveland. That's the easiest part. But we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out this afternoon. Everybody plays at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, so the playoff scenarios will be all determined by 7 o'clock or so Eastern Time tonight. In the National League, the big question is the final wild card spot between the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have the tiebreaker, so it comes down to this. The Reds play the Brewers. The Mets play the Miami Marlins. Reds win, they're in. If they both win, the Reds are in. And if the Mets win, they need the Reds to lose against the Brewers. So you got all that. So basically, Cincinnati wins, they're in. So then all the scenarios will be set, and we'll have the complete matchups for you tomorrow on the Extravaganza. So again, in the American League East, Toronto holds the tie break. So if they win the division, and they get the number 1 overall seed. Then that would mean the Yankees would play either the Red Sox or the Tigers, depending on who wins that matchup this afternoon. So Cleveland with a win, they win the Central. Seattle, by the way, they've clinched the number 2 seed, and Houston is out for the first time since 2016. So you got all that? I hope you do. All right, let's go. The Lions this afternoon. They're going to host the Cleveland Browns. Lions are a 10-point favorite. Should they win, they will keep in a first-place tie at least with the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are over in Europe taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, 9:30 in the morning Eastern Time for that kick. It'll be underway by the time this goes live here this morning. And the Cowboys host the Packers tonight at 8:20, and it's going to be Micah Parsons, a homecoming of sorts, going back to Dallas to take on his former team. The Packers coming off a loss last week to Cleveland. I see the Packers going to Dallas tonight and running roughshod over the Cowboys. The Lions, as I mentioned, a 10-point favorite over Cleveland. It's always scary when Detroit's a double-digit favorite, but I just think Detroit's got a little too much for the Browns, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But it's going to be an interesting matchup in Europe. I've got a hankering all 3 teams will still be tied on top of the NFC North after the games today. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to give you Presley's parlay picks, NFL style, as the Presley went 4-0 so far this weekend, stacking us up with dog biscuits and pizza pies. We'll be right back with that right after this. Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here. Hey, is there a ball game you want to go to last minute? How about the Spartans at Spartan Stadium? Go to the Big House to watch the Wolverines. Is there an NFL game you want to go to? Lambeau Field, Ford Field, wherever, Baltimore. How about the Tigers for the pennant drive? Well, go to SeatGeek. Get those tickets there. Use the promo code Captain Lou right on the screen, and you'll get $20 off of your purchase. It's that simple. So go to the Spartan game. Go to the Big House. But use the promo code Captain Lou at SeatGeek, and you'll be all set. Welcome back, everybody, to an extravagant few minutes here on the Captain Lou Sports Network, and of course, our Facebook page. That is the Captain Lou Extravaganza, and X at the Real Captain Lou. All right, Presley and I were 4-0 so far this weekend, 3-0 yesterday on our college football teaser parlays. Thank you to that double overtime game between Penn State and Oregon. It didn't look good for our third one last night, but they went to double overtime. And of course, when it's James Franklin, he can't win the big game. So that helped us out there. So 3-0 on our teaser parlays yesterday. Presley is knee-deep in dog biscuits, and we'll see if she's willing to share as she looks to add on and get me a couple of more pizza pies this afternoon. We've got 2 NFL teaser parlay picks for you, so let's get right into them. NFL teaser parlay number 1. We're going to go with Houston versus Tennessee. If you take the 10 points, that makes the Houston Texans a 3-point dog at home against the Titans. Neither team really showing much of anything so far this year. Tennessee, a big disappointment. Well, I don't know if you call them a big disappointment. They are, coming off the number 1 overall pick with Cam Ward. But take Houston, +3 at home against Tennessee. Then we're going to do the Tennessee or the Buffalo versus the New Orleans game. New Orleans going into Buffalo, 14.5-point underdogs. Buy it down to -4.5 and take Buffalo. Able to cover that. New Orleans is going to be historically bad, I think, this year. So this one looks like a pretty easy one at -4.5 for Buffalo. And then finally, the Chargers are traveling cross country to take on the Giants. Jackson Dart with his first start. I'm going to go with under 53.5 on this one, as they'll put some points up, but I think that's a pretty safe bet. So that's at -120. So again, teaser pick number 1, take Houston, getting 3 points when you add the 10 points at home against Tennessee. Take the Buffalo Bills -4.5 against the New Orleans Saints, and then take under 53.5 for the Chargers at the Giants. All right, teaser parlay pick number 2 for Presley and myself. Again, another 10-point teaser. We're going to go with Kansas City getting 10 more points to make it a 12.5-point underdog scenario against the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a good game. I don't know if either team, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be one of these teams at 1-3 after this game. And we're going to stick with this game. We're going to say they're going to combine for over 38.5 points. I think one of these teams will probably score that because Baltimore's defense not showing up at all. And then finally, I'm going to stick with the over-under scenario. I'm going to take over 38.5 points with the Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. So again, let's go over Presley's parlay pick number 2, a 10-point teaser. Kansas City now will get +12.5 at home against the Ravens. They will combine to get over 38.5 points in that one. And finally, the Bears and the Raiders combining for over 38.5 points. That's at -120 as well. All right, good luck on those Presley parlay teasers. Again, 4-0 on the weekend, including Thursday night's Monday night football game. 20-6 overall this football season. We're on a roll. Call Presley Butter because she's definitely on a roll. All right, that's going to do it. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the Lions games, all the football games, and the Ryder Cup. I don't think the USA has a chance to come back, but never say never. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes, on your computers, on your laptops, iPhones, however you watch us around the world, right here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Until next time, enjoy the games, everybody. Captain Lou saying keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your minds open. So long.